Volunteers are essential to any organization, including Whitemarsh Township. Our advisory boards and commissions consist of service-minded Whitemarsh residents appointed by the Board of Supervisors and are a major source of expertise and advice for both the supervisors and township staff. Each committee focuses on a specific area, like parks and open space, zoning, the environment, and communication, identifies issues occurring in Whitemarsh, and recommends action items or propose new or updated ordinances. Let's take a closer look at the township's advisory boards and committees and how interested residents can become a volunteer.
The Planning Commission plays a key role regarding proposed new development or modification of existing development. It advises the Board of Supervisors about comprehensive land use planning and existing land use in the township. All subdivision and land development applications go before the Planning Commission, which considers key factors such as compliance with applicable land use ordinances, environmental sensitivity, vehicular circulation, pedestrian accommodations, and related factors. The Commission provides recommendations to the Board of Supervisors concerning approval of the plans it reviews. The Planning Commission typically meets every second Tuesday monthly. The Zoning Hearing Board is the first step for subdivision and land development applications that require specific variances from zoning requirements outlined in the Township Code. This 5-member board also hears variances from individuals with plans for improvements that don't comply with certain zoning requirements and hears appeals on matters regarding zoning violations and other issues as determined by the zoning officer or township engineer. The board is quasi-judicial, which means it makes final decisions that are appealable directly to the Montgomery County Court of Common Pleas. The Zoning Hearing Board meets every first Wednesday of the month and the second Wednesday if additional cases warrant. Finally, the Historic Architectural Review Board, or HARB. This board provides further review of applications pertaining to proposed new or existing development within the Plymouth Meeting Historic District. This district, located between Whitemarsh and Plymouth Townships, requires specific standards to be met based upon adopted design standards for the district. HARB's recommendations are made to the respective township governing body for issuance of a certificate of appropriateness required in the district before building permits can be issued for improvements visible from the public right-of-way. HARB consists of 9 residents, 4 from Whitemarsh, 4 from Plymouth, and 1 selected by HARB members to serve a 1-year term. HARB meets every second Wednesday of the month and is the only board that meets in the morning.
Nature and the environment are front and center for 2 of our township boards and commissions. The Environmental Advisory Board, or EAB, identifies environmental problems in the township, working with the Board of Supervisors, other boards and commissions, and our staff to find ways to promote and conserve natural resources. EAB also recommends ways to protect and improve air, land and water quality in Whitemarsh, as well as educational opportunities on simple actions like home gardening, energy conservation, and recycling. The EAB meets every other month beginning in January. The Shade Tree Commission reviews items related to the township's tree canopy in accordance with Chapter 55 of the Township Code. This committee works to protect and expand the community's tree canopy, promote native species, guide landscaping for new development, and oversee vegetation within township roadways. They also sponsor a variety of projects and initiatives that help meet this vision. Shade Tree typically meets on the first Tuesday of each month.
The Park and Recreation Board advises the Board of Supervisors, Township Manager, and our Parks and Recreation Department on the Township's park and recreation parks and facilities. The board also supports programs and activities for people of all ages and abilities, ranging from yoga to summer camps and special events of all kinds throughout the year. The Park and Recreation Board meets every other month, starting in February at the Kuntz Park Building at 2391 Harts Lane. The Open Space Committee examines and considers acquisition of the potential purchase of open space areas in Whitemarsh Township. It also looks at protection, conservation, and management of existing areas. This advice is shared with the township manager, other advisory boards, and our duly elected supervisors. This committee has also helped to establish the township's open space plan and the Act 153 Open Space Fund, which have paved the way for the township to preserve and maintain areas of public open space and parks enjoyed by both residents and visitors today. Do you have a suggestion for new open space areas? If so, residents can email the township at this address with the subject line, Open Space Suggestions. The Open Space Committee meets quarterly, beginning in January.
Communicating with residents is always a top priority for any local government, and is the focus of our township's Media Communications Advisory Board. MCAB provides expertise and consultation to both the supervisors and township manager on ways to inform residents effectively and best organized about township operations, issues, programs, and events. Not just with our government access channel, but also our social media pages, newsletters, weekly emails, our electronic community sign, and our website. MCAB typically meets on the fourth Monday of every other month, beginning with January.
The Emergency Services Board assists with matters related to the township's 2 volunteer fire companies, Whitemarsh Community Ambulance, the Police Department, and our Office of Emergency Management. ESB also looks at topics such as the adopted fire codes, ordinances, public safety, and emergency management needs. Membership on the Emergency Services Board consists of 5 representatives from the township's residents, 4 permanent and 1 alternate, who may not be a member of a Whitemarsh Township Volunteer Emergency Service Agency. Other members include the Chief and President from Barron Hill and Spring Mill Volunteer Fire Companies and Whitemarsh Community Ambulance, the Fire Marshal and Emergency Management Coordinator, the Chief of Police, Township Manager, Public Works Director, and a member of the Board of Supervisors. ESB meetings are held quarterly beginning in February, each at a different location in the township.
The William Jeans Memorial Library Board is an all-volunteer governing board that holds legal responsibility for the operation of the library, setting its policies, annual budget, and strategic plan. This board is comprised of 7 members of our community, 4 appointed by our township's Board of Supervisors, and 3 approved by the library board itself. The library provides a wide array of related services to Whitemarsh Township residents as required by the state's library code. With a free library card, you may check out over 50,000 items and have access to hundreds of thousands more from throughout the county. Plus, you have free access to public computers, electronic resources, and hundreds of programs for all ages, all in a newly renovated building. Hours of operation, library card applications, a calendar of events, and more are all available on the library's website or at the checkout desk. The William Jeans Memorial Library and Nicholas and Athena Karabat Center for Learning is a 501c3 nonprofit organization and receives direct financial assistance from the township annually, in addition to state aid. Library board meetings are open to the public and held every 4th Wednesday in the William Jeans Memorial Library boardroom.
The authority was formed by Whitemarsh Township pursuant to the Municipal Authorities Act to handle the township sanitary sewer system back in 2014. However, the wastewater treatment system has been in operation for more than 50 years. The authority maintains the sewer mains throughout the township, operates the sewage treatment plant, and reviews proposed new sewer connections. The authority has 9 full-time employees. While the sewage treatment plant has always been located at 2015 Joshua Road, the authority constructed an administration office directly in front of the sewage treatment plant. As an authority, there is a 5-member board made up of Whitemarsh Township residents who are appointed by the Township Board of Supervisors to oversee the authority operations. The authority holds its meetings on the third Wednesday of every month at 6:30 p.m. at the administrative building at 2015 Joshua Road. The authority treats an average flow of 1 million gallons per day. The plant is designed for 5 million gallons per day, and the authority has 6,100 rate customers. The authority also has 21 pump stations. Sewage from the authority also goes to Philadelphia, Whitpain, Ambler, and Conshohocken. The wastewater treatment plant is made up of a primary sanitation with a trickling filter and secondary sedimentation. If you have any questions about your sewer bill or any items related to the authority, please call us or email us.
Interested in becoming a member of our boards and commissions? Visit the Township website for more information and submit a volunteer application or scan the QR code on your screen.